And we are live-ish. Actually, we're not live. This was recorded yesterday morning. I'm traveling this morning, so won't be able to do a live video right now, but I recorded this yesterday, right after the original show. And this one is broadcasting on Tuesday, March 8th, 2022 at 9 a.m. Welcome to the show. I'm your favorite ex-truck driver in the whole wide world. And we do not have a chat because, once again, we aren't live. But you can chat on the side with everyone else except me. So, on today's episode, we're actually going to talk how Europe and how kind of an extension of yesterday's show, which was actually this morning, how oil is the key to all of this, because the oil market and the Bitcoin market and other cryptocurrency markets are are going to and are pushing this global split. Now, this split is not only economic. This is also a geopolitical split. This is the equivalent of the splits in right after World War II. There was a split amongst the, shall we say, the good guys and the bad guys, but they were really all just bad guys. Where now the split is the progressives, i.e., the communists, against the nationalists, i.e., Russia and China. See, China, although their internal structure is communist, is actually not part of the global progress. Well, parts of it is, and parts of it isn't. As a nation, they are communistic. But as a world order, they are progressive-ish because they would rather have other communistic countries to deal with than having nationalistic countries. Because if you are a communistic progressive country, then you are pro-China, hence the Clintons, hence the Bushes, hence the Rhino Republicans are actually Republican progressives. They are progressive Republicans. And that, which is odd to sound, but that's how they're infiltrating, is they apply the global progressive movement as a whole while they claim nationalistic in elections, when really they're not. That's why the Republicans hated Trump just as much as the Democrats, because Trump is not a progressive. Trump is a national Trump is more nationalistic socialist than he is a a global progressive. See, Trump is not that far off from someone like Bernie Sanders. Now, Bernie Sanders is a flat out national socialist, more of a Hitler stood. And when I say Hitler, I don't mean like the put all of the people in gas chambers type of environment. At least not yet. But National Socialism always leads that way. Now, they'll argue that National Socialism won't lead that way if there isn't an exit ramp into capitalism. See, they blamed the Jews actually getting murdered in World War II. They blamed that on the capitalists because how they blocked off the supply chain and led Hitler to a choice of either you feed your troops or you feed the people in the concentration camps. That's what led to the Holocaust, was lack of food. And Hitler, and like I said, I'm not saying Hitler was good, but what I'm saying is that the gas chambers of the Jews was actually a last resort, which a normal person would not have had. Like, the last resort would have just let them go. That's what a regular person would do. But Hitler, being a psychopath, was, no, I'm not going to let them go. I'm going to gas them. That's a psychopath. That's a bad person. All right. Because you have to understand that the Jewish community that he had captured was a large swath. A large swath of them worked at plants. For those who have seen Schindler's List, that's what most of the Jewish community did, was they had jobs that they went to. Now, they didn't get paid, all of the money and all the profits and all that went up to the Hitler regime, but Hitler's initial use of Jewish people was labor slavery, not really murder. He actually didn't murder people until closer to the end of the war, once he realized that he was in deep shit. That's whenever the gas chambers and the horrifying part really came out. And see, we're at that same split. But this time we have the internet. This time we have cryptocurrencies. This time the West doesn't have the weapons it had in World War One and World War II of like hyperinflation and all that, where there was no escaping the currency weapons that the West had. And those currency weapons not being there anymore is a big deal, because now Russia can actually break away from the West and still hold a global national trade system. They'll just use other currencies, primarily gold and Bitcoin. That's the way Russia is going to trade. Now, see, China putting their little hat in this, they are going to push up gold. And the price of gold, just like oil, see, oil's the first commodity that's going to have dueling prices globally. The first will be oil. The second will be gold. Then the food, then the wheat, and all the other commodities. And where America is at a disadvantage, they have to devalue their currency. They have to. That was part of their plan. That's what the plan calls for. So they have to devalue their currency in order to print away their debt. Because you have two choices. A country has two choices. Either they default or they hyperinflate. See, Russia, right now, the bond rates in Russia are garbage because no one wants them. So they don't have access to US dollars through the bond market. So that wipes out all of their future bonds using US dollar. Now, they can create another bond system. As soon as I say it, it will make sense. They can create an oil-based bond, or they can create, like El Salvador, an actual Bitcoin-based bond. Now, that's why recently we've heard that the Bitcoin uh, in Russia, they're mining Bitcoin. The Russian government and other entities have actually been mining Bitcoin for years and years. They've prepared themselves for this shift. Now, is it going to be easy? Is Russia just going to walk right through this and be like, we're not even scratched? No, of course not. This shift is going to be just as hard on Russia, but it's going to be worse on America, because America's got one leg in the grave and we're leaning. What we're doing now, this split is going to knock us into the grave, because we are going to go into a depression. And the depression will be the time period of the Great Reset. That's where the globalists reset the economy, they reset the currency, they do this big shift while covering it up or trying to cover it up with a war. Well, Russia's squashing that idea of a war because Russia is getting rid of the deep state over in Ukraine right now, and it's going to be a shit show, my friends. But that's what it is. That's what we're dealing with right now, and we have to remember that as we go through this, we will live in and exist in a multi-currency world. We'll have a rapidly devaluating dollar, like at the end of the 70s, 1970s, early 80s, rapidly devaluating dollar. And then it's on like Donkey Kong, my friends, because that rapidly deflating dollar it's going to help some, it's going to hurt a lot more, because we're going to hit hyperinflation that sends us into a shit show. All right, let's hear a quick word from the sponsor, Calyx Solutions.
Are you buying and selling cryptos on the same laptop that you're using to browse the internet, read your email, and visit social media sites? If so, you're exposing your cryptos to theft. Whenever you're online, you're at risk of getting hacked and having your identity stolen. How would you feel if someone stole all of your cryptos? What would that do to your finances? Guard your cryptos with a safe and secure laptop from Calyx Solutions. Each laptop is set up just for you and your cryptos, and then we walk you through exactly how it works. Don't risk the security of your cryptos. Order a crypto laptop from Calyx Solutions now to secure your crypto future. Learn more at calyxsolutions.io.
Point is, get your cryptos off the exchange and into a Calyx crypto-only brand new laptop. Although I'm on my way to Florida, Patrick is in the office waiting for your call. If you have questions or why should I get a laptop strictly for my crypto and my cryptocurrency business, that's a simple answer. It's the same answer of why should I hold my silver at home? Why should I hold my gold at home? Why shouldn't I hold my gold and silver in the trunk of my car as I go to Walmart? You wouldn't. You wouldn't hold your gold and silver in the trunk of your car and go to Walmart. The reason you also wouldn't hold your cryptos on the laptop that you go to Walmart.com on or Amazon.com on. Look, trust me. Click the link under here for the Calyx Solutions laptop. It will take you right over to our website. You choose whether you want an Apple, an Apple product, or if you want a Windows product. Then you choose how many you want. You'd be surprised how many people buy multiples for their brothers and cousins and all that good stuff. So do it. Trust me, you won't regret it. All right, I'm going to wrap this up right now with everybody. Have a great day. Get your Bitcoin and get them on your crypto-only laptops. Love you guys. Talk to you guys on Wednesday for the next live morning show. All right?